my dear friends. I am so grateful that you're here with me today. It's a special day about rediscovering love. And the love that's on my mind today is actually something that has to do with this tiny little perfume. This belonged to my grandmother. She passed away in 1968. It was a long, long time ago. And she received this perfume as a gift from her beloved. It's one of the only belongings that I still have of hers, and it's so precious to me. And isn't it true, the love of a grandmother or the love of a family member can be something that's missing? Now, most people that come to me for this kind of reading are looking for a soulmate. So I don't want you to think you're in the wrong place. You're not. But sometimes the love that we think we need from a lover or a husband or a wife or a partner, that love is so fixated in our hearts, right? It's so fixated in our minds that we can feel like life has been unfair because you can't find your soulmate. And those of you who've known me for long, you know that I really believe we can get love from everywhere, from anything, as long as we're aware of it. But when the flame of past love has burned you and hurt your heart, sometimes it happens right in your family of origin. Something happens that hurts you. We need to be able to put out that flame and allow the smoke to pass so that we can go forward and enjoy love of substance in our lives. And so I'm so glad you're here today. It's a rainy day where I am, and some people actually don't like the rain and they tend to complain about it. And that's something that I hope that you guys, by the end of this call, the end of this reading, that you'll be aware of how much love is potentially out there for you. So it makes my heart so happy. Hi, Rakesh. Thank you so much for your offer. And be beautiful. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long, my beautiful Miss Beautiful. So I want to tell you that we have something new here on the channel that was not here when you were here before. Be beautiful, and that is the opportunity to have me draw some more cards. So the first, as always, to receive a one card reading, all you do is tell me something you love. But if you'd like me to add a card or two to your reading, I have my baby tarot. One of my favorite decks is so tiny, and I'm going to draw extra cards for you as you generously support my channel. So Rakesh, for sure, I'm going to draw extra cards for you in gratitude for your supporting my channel. So Rakesh is what they love is to read novels and biographies. Isn't that the truth? I think biographies are so inspiring. There's somebody that you enjoy in pop culture or a historical figure when you do allow yourself to acknowledge and learn from them, it can be a lovely addition to your life. So I know this reading's not for everyone because not everybody is looking for love, but those of you who are, I'm so tickled to be here using our true love reading cards today. And I'm just asking that you would open your heart and receive deeply from what the universe has for you, because I have a feeling these cards are going to be most delicious today. Rakesh, you are our first card of the day. Thank you. Let's just see here. What is it that the universe has for you? Rakesh, abundance. Wow. So, what is it? How do you find love again? What this shows me, let me just draw our supporting card. And the first thing that I'm aware of, Rakesh, when I look at these cards, this particular card, is that notice how small the angel is. And can you see the green that wraps around her? So the green is the color of the heart chakra. And so what it shows me is that there's a key, there's a clue for you in understanding what abundance is. Sometimes when you're looking for love, you can feel that you will only feel abundance when you're in a couple, or that there's something that disqualifies you from abundance if you're single. And that is simply not true. Look at this little tiny fairy here and notice, where's my pointer? Oh, here it is. See the little tiny fairy? And she's in a red outfit. So that always is my sign that the family of origin can be part of what's going on in separating you from the love that you're wanting. Okay, so let's see. What is it the baby tarot has to add to the reading? It looks to me like you've been through a lot of healing, Rakesh, and that you are, a part of you is very ready for love. Now, two cards came out, so let's look at them. Oh my gosh, this is so perfect because what we have here is this Eight of Cups. So, what this means is that there's something in your past, disappointments and breakups, that you need to walk away from. Notice the red again, we have a repetition of the red, the family of origin. It's hard when you're looking for a partner and you feel like your family doesn't approve, right? And you feel like you have to do what the family wants you to do. And that can really separate you from the abundance of love that's available. The other card is, I'm so happy for you, Rakesh, because here, whoopsie, let me just set these here for a second. Here we have what we call the Happily Ever After Club, a card. And I feel like you're a member of the Happily Ever After Club because somewhere in your heart is the desire to have a family, a home, and to have the traditional situation with love. But there's something in your past that's been holding you captive. So when you're looking at attracting a new love, the smartest thing you can do is to release yourself from your past disappointments. Now, you guys know that I do tapping, and I'm offering tapping twice a week. And there is one coming Saturday at 9 o'clock my time. And so, Rakesh, be sure to look into that because tapping can be an excellent tool to release yourself from disappointments in the past because you do want this. I believe the angels want you to know that you absolutely have a real dream in your heart that can come true. But what are we missing? What we're missing here is the how can you recognize abundance that's outside of your love experience? The universe wants you to find abundance every day. See all these stars? That means that you're on the road to healing. And the more abundance you notice, the quicker you're going to get there. See this black tunnel? That's where you're going. You're going to explore something that it's a little scary to give your heart to somebody when you've been hurt in the past. But the reality is, here, let me just move this over a little bit so I can slide this up and then you can see better. Okay, so the idea of noticing abundance, even though you're single, even though you're still wanting love, this is a key because everyone is attracted to a grateful person. When you're a person who complains a lot about what's going on, people will turn and run. But if you continue to practice being grateful for what you have right now, that's the best way to find new love again. All right. So, in the description box, you're going to find something called the Soulmate Generator. It's a device I created, it's free of charge, and it will be most helpful for you in completing the mission of walking away from your past. Okay, Rakesh? Wonderful reading for you, and thank you for supporting my channel. If I was there, I would give you a big hug. So next we have Roxy. Roxy loves walking, And Roxy, I know you mentioned in our manifesting group, I do have a manifesting group online. It's on WhatsApp. And if you'd like to join or have any information about it, just email me and I'm happy to let you know. And if you would like more than one card, all you have to do is hit the super chat or the thanks and support my channel. Invest in me and I will invest in you. So Roxy just set a record for herself with a walking goal. And I think that's so cool because as you walk, as you use your body for exercise, you turn on a bunch of feel good chemistry in your body, and that will help you become more attractive for sure. So, Roxy, let's see what we have for you when it comes to finding love. How do you fall in love again? Okay, so a very interesting card. I really like the gardener card because it really shows focus. See, there are so many new things growing in this garden. And this figure in the background, see the figure back there? It is in the green of the trees. Green is the heart chakra for sure, but it shows great focus on what you're doing right now. So there is something happening in your life where you are being exposed to a completely different kind of love, Roxy. It's going to be so surprising. I want you to take a screenshot of this card, Rox, because there are some very interesting details and I want you to study it, okay? The first thing I see this little person right here? Can you see there's a little person in this flower? So what this shows us is even though your heart might want one person, and most of us who want to be in a couple, we think, yes, if I had my one person, my life would be awesome. But that's not the truth. When we pin all of our expectations on one person, that's so much pressure. Abraham Hicks tells us that nobody wants to be somebody's everything. It's not good for anyone because it's way too much pressure on love. All right. So, what we see here is as you focus on, I'm sensing that your career is what's really, really important to you right now. And this card supports that. I love how intent this figure is. And mind you, gender doesn't matter because it's about the energy. But they are not even seeing these beings. Now look at the tree trunks. Can you see figures in the tree trunks? See? So there's so much human love around you right now, Roxy. It's going to support you as you go forward, sharpening up your life, becoming the best soulmate that you can be, right? And work on becoming the person that someone will treasure. This is your message. How do we find love when it doesn't seem to be showing up? We work on our current life, working on your mindset, and working on trusting the universe to bring everything to you. This card shows clearly that you are surrounded by humans right now who are going to support your growth. And the gardener being your inner being, that part of you that will guide you and lead you into a match that will be sustainable. Okay, what a cool reading. I love that. Oh, one other thing I'm noticing, Roxy, is we have two colors here. The red would be the color of your family of origin. The blue is the color of your throat chakra. So during this time when you're focused on your own growth, being your own gardener, be aware of any values or any of the ways you were brought up that might not be serving you anymore. It might be time to take off the vest and be really truly yourself. And the blue of the pants, just make sure that you're speaking your truth with love, especially to yourself. Okay, cool. Love that reading for you, Roxy. And let's see, all you need to do is just tell me something you love, and I'm glad to draw a card for you. And be beautiful. Love the rain. Yes, it is rainy today. Hi, Jessica. Welcome back. I'm so glad to see you. And Pixie, I'm glad to see you too. I haven't seen you for a while. So be beautiful. Let's draw a card for how do you fall in love again? How do you allow love in a world that has so many disappointments? Isn't it true? So be beautiful. Let's draw a card. I got two cards here, but I'm only going to use one. Okay, let's see. Be beautiful. All right. How do you draw love again? Be beautiful. I do have my community that's open now. It's on WhatsApp, and I invite you, anybody, Shahan, I would love to have you in my community. Anybody that's hearing my voice right now, just email me. I'll let you know how to join. So, maturity for be beautiful. Take a breath. Be beautiful. I feel like there's somebody in the past. I'm sensing this could be someone who has passed on. I just feel that there's a shadow of someone you dearly loved who is coming through this reading to give you a special message. Anyone else that's hearing this, and perhaps you have a grandparent that passed away and that you were very close to them, that has impacted you so deeply. This could be a family member from even generations ago, but there's this beautiful golden energy. See that gold? When this figure comes into your mind, you feel loved. Many times we feel it's an angel. Some people are connected to the divine and they feel that love around them. So there's a big loud noise outside my window right now, and it's like a pounding noise. And I feel like that this person is so insistent that you listen. Notice how you're busy, the figure is busy writing. Um, so it could be that journaling is a tool that you like to use, be beautiful. And I noticed that she's sitting on that green chair, which is the color of the heart chakra. So it shows me that you've been busy, that you have taken on the responsibility of getting past your past disappointments and hurts. I love that for you. But it's like, have you ever heard about burning the midnight oil? Um, you may be working so hard at it that you're not seeing your progress. So your figure, your spiritual guide is coming through to let you know that you are getting to a turning point, that the maturity that you are gaining through going through and just changing your mindset, changing how you think about love, and also changing how you speak about it is really focusing you into a readiness. It's time to put down the quill. It's time to blow out these candles, and it's time to take yourself out into the world. There are people right now, today, who are looking to connect with you. You are needed on the planet. Wherever you live, be beautiful. It's not like you're going to go out and meet your soulmate tomorrow. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that the amount of love you have to give is so grounded and ready that even being kind to strangers, the people that serve you in the markets, the people you run into on the street, allow people to connect with you. There's the beautiful art of allowing. You can Google Abraham Hicks, or excuse me, do a YouTube search on Abraham Hicks because they talk about the art of allowing. And you can't allow much if you're closed up in your house. So your inner being and your angels and guides are saying, turn away from too much solitude and get your little self out there. Okay. Do you like to walk in the rain? Be beautiful. I have a feeling you do. So take this message to heart. Allow yourself to grow because you have much maturity when it comes to being a wonderful partner. What a great reading, Jahan. I'm grateful for, Jahan, I'm so sorry. Be beautiful. I'm grateful for you to be here with us today. So let me see here. We have Jahan who loves perfume. Pixis, welcome. Roxy Shahan, wonderful. I love that you love um, perfumes. Candace, hey Candace. I'd love to be able to respond to you. All you need to do is tell me something you love. Jessica loves being kind. Candace, I hear you. Midnight Crow, it was here. I love myself. It was a hard row. Let me just do that for you, Midnight Crow. Okay, so if you want to have a reading, I'm right here for you. Tell me something that you love. And if you'd like me to draw a couple extra cards, all you do is support my channel with a super thanks, and that's easy for me to do. All right, so Jahan, you are next, and I'm glad you're going to come and join my community. We're having so much fun over there. I make private videos, there's no cost, but I make private videos for my members, and I also answer any questions that you have, okay? So, Jahan, what is it? How do you find love again? Okay, this is an important message, Shahan, and I'm going to thank you in advance for opening this question for everyone that's here because this is a key to finding love again. All right, so let me just take a look. I'm going to sip my tea. Thank you. I'll just pause for a second. Mm, yummy. Okay, compatibility. What is that? That's the ease and flow of being with the right person. Okay, if you have a pencil, write that down. Ease and flow. You don't have to do everything together. No, you can have two people with very different interests, but when they come together, there's a lot of delicious fun sharing about their lives. Okay, so you could have one person who's a doctor or a lawyer or a salesperson of some kind, and you can have another person who's a teacher, a massage therapist, something that doesn't at all go with the profession. But the compatibility is when you just enjoy one another and you get one another. I have a feeling, Shahan, that in your past, you gave up compatibility, that you may pick partners because of what they might be able to provide for you. A lot of people pick partners for the wrong reasons. And some people tell me my picker is broken because I pick the wrong people. And compatibility is very important. So write down this word compatibility, and then I want you to go to your native language and translate it. I want you to be able to see what compatibility means in your native language. It's so important because you don't want to compromise on that. Many times people are not compatible. There may be chemistry and they may have a physical relationship that's awesome, but that's the only thing that brings them together. So when you're compatible, it means that you are supporting each other without judgment and without jealousy. If you don't have that, you need to let them go because most people will tell you, the people, I just met a woman recently who was married 70 years, guys. 70 years. I'm 71. I think that couple was married for almost my whole lifetime. That is compatibility, right? You cannot keep something going if you don't actually get along. And so, working at a friendship to build your happily ever after on is going to make a huge difference. Okay, Shahan? So, that's your another thing that I'm noticing is these two birds are green, which is the color of the heart chakra. And also, look at how they're wearing the red vest and they're wearing similar pants. So take a screenshot of this beautiful card, would you, Shahan? And do some meditating, some contemplating on the concept of compatibility. Okay, so those of you who are new here today, I'm Catherine. Thank you so much for being here. Please do hit the subscribe and the thumbs up. I so appreciate you supporting the channel. It brings more and more people here to be part of what we're building, a community of grateful people who are, oh, your grandfather raised you. Be beautiful. Wow, that touches my heart. Thank you so much because I got that feeling of that grandfather energy on that card. Wow. I'm going to go through and I'll put the timestamps on here so you can find these later if you want to read them and so or re-listen, which I love. I love the company here. So Jessica loves being kind. Isn't it the truth, Jessica? Just it feels good to be kind. And sometimes it's easier to be kind to strangers than to our own family because sometimes our family is just filled with their own drama, right? If we're trying to be close to people that are filled with drama, sometimes kindness can be difficult. So, Jessica, when it comes to finding love, what is your message? It's interesting. I was just saying that about family of origin having it's difficult to be kind under pressure. So, Jessica, this is such a powerful card. Hang on, I just want to take a sip of my tea. And I have, interesting that I picked, I have this essential oil that's called Forgive. And I've been drawn, in fact, I'm going to put some on my wrists right now. I've been drawn to it because it can be very hard to walk the walk of forgiveness when things are just, you can't understand. And I can't understand some of the ways people behave. That smells good. I can't understand why people aren't more kind, right? And so, you being a kindness oriented person, I think that it can be difficult for you to understand why others aren't. So, the first thing I'm aware of here is this almost looks like an onion. And the onion is a great example for spiritual growth because it has so many layers. Doesn't that look like an onion? Never seen that before. So, Jessica, I feel like what you're being called to, okay, I'm having pressure in my throat. That's always my sign that the throat chakra is a little blocked. Okay. So, if it's not you, Jessica, it's somebody here listening. But it can be difficult to speak your truth if you're a kind person because if you make it says, I know this well, believe me, if you put someone else's emotional needs ahead of yourself, then you will find it really difficult to say something that's true but doesn't feel like it's kind. Many times, if you have a family member who's rude to you, for example, and you grew up with that rudeness, it doesn't feel kind to say, I don't appreciate it when you talk to me with that tone, especially if the person says, well, too bad. That's the tone of me, and I'm not going to change it, right? So I feel like for you, that the way to find your next big love is to learn how to speak your truth a little bit better. If you stay locked in to a cycle of, oh, I better not say that because it might hurt their feelings, that's really going to work against you. If are there any other kind people here who can relate? Because it's hard and awkward to speak up out of kindness. But I have to tell just a tiny personal story. When I split up, it was 23, 24 years ago right now. I had been married for 29 years. Can you imagine? And I needed to ask my husband for a divorce. I needed to move out of the house. And my counselor at the time said something to me that I did not understand. She said, you moving out of the house is possibly the most loving thing you've ever done for your husband. And I was like, what? What? That made no sense to me. He did not want a divorce, and it seemed like I was hurting him. But she explained to me that I was so shut down, like in the middle of the onion, and I didn't see that compromising my own joy, my own life, to be with someone, just to be with them, was not good for me at all. And plus, it allowed him to live in a world of artificial love. All right. So, Jessica, I don't know if that story resonates with you, but the last thing I want you to see here is there are two onions, right? So there's an onion that's the layers that you're being healed from, but there's another human that is coming toward you, and they are, if they are willing to mature spiritually, a couple of healing angels, a couple of people who understand that it's important to release the pain of the past And when you guys are both willing to forgive yourself for mistakes you've made in the past and to realize that in the eyes of the divine, you are forgiven because you did the best you could, right? There's just this healing that's coming your way, and it's going to make sure that in your next loving relationship, there's not only the ability to be kind, but also the ability to be honest and never put somebody else's emotional well being ahead of your own. That's the big lesson. Okay, my dear, dear Jessica, what a great message for you. So, yes, so Midnight Crow is next. Anybody who wants to have me pull a couple of extra cards from my baby tarot to support your love card, it's simple. All you do is tap the super chat or the thanks, and I will be glad to pull you a couple extra cards. Candace, I see you, and as soon as I see what it is that you love, I am glad to pull a card for you. So, Midnight, let's take a look here and see. It's hard to learn to love yourself, isn't it? And I imagine that you probably related to that last card. It really did have a far-reaching meaning for many of us who are simply trying to move forward, even though we have some things in the past that are holding us back. Okay, so I'm just going to lay this here and cover her beautiful breasts because YouTube is pretty picky about that these days. And take a look at the Divine Feminine, and let's let our baby tarot spit out a couple cards for us. Oh, my goodness, they're jumping all over the place. Okay, and do we have one more for Midnight? Okay, all right, Miss Midnight Crow. I'm so glad our lives have crossed path, my friend. Okay, so we have oh gosh, we have, here, let me just, I'm going to use the cards. Sorry for that noise. Okay, Midnight, let's see here. Okay, so there, you know what, I feel in your situation, I was going to bring this up just a little bit. Okay. The Divine Feminine, what does that mean? What does it mean for us? Take a breath. First thing I notice is that her hair is sticking straight up. And I think about being able to stay in a relationship takes a lot of grace. It takes a lot of maturity, and sometimes it can be a hair raising experience. You can be pushed to the limit. And when you told me it's a long, hard road for self love, absolutely. It's hair raising. But many times, if you happen to meet someone who's been able to stay married for a long time, like my neighbor, 70 years of marriage, right? I love talking to her because she walked the walk and she told me some of the things that she went through in her life. And it's shocking. I mean, she went through some shocking, difficult times, but somehow she was able to keep bearing fruit, keeping that relationship alive no matter what. The divine feminine is an energy that is continually replenishing itself. Okay. The divine feminine is an energy that's continually allowing for growth. The feminine nature is a fertile garden. The masculine nature has more push, has more productivity, has more go for it. We all have the divine masculine energy and the divine feminine. We all do. But this is telling me, Midnight, that there's something in your energy that has been too pushy. There's these wands. The wands are the fiery element, and you have had to, often when you're single, you have to be your own soulmate, right? You have to be your own partner. You have to take care of business because there is not a partner walking with you. And so the universe, the divine feminine, is really proud of you. I mean, this is a card of achievement. This shows that there was a sense of independence and a sense of purpose in your as you've come this far, and you're the holding the globe in your hand, holding the dream of being a couple. We have two wands here, and yet, how do you move forward? What do you do? So you've been just doing life. You've lived in a few places. You've worked at a few jobs. You've never given up on the hope of having a being in a couple. But there's something in you that is judging yourself. Okay, there's something in your energy that is self-critical. And so the universe is here saying, see this band-aid. I'm sorry to have that, but accidentally last night I was giving Murphy a treat and he was so excited to get it, he nipped my finger. Bless his heart. It was not purposeful, but it just kind of looks bad on it. Anyway, oh, but you know what though? That kind of that kind of supports this reading because there is something about making mistakes that we want to cover up. Like, I don't want to put my hand here because it looks weird with a band-aid. And I feel like the universe is using that to say, what silly thing, Midnight Crow, what silly thing are you in judgment with yourself? Can you think of one or two mistakes you've made in the past, right? And you think, I wish I wouldn't have done that. Well, you know what? I wish I wouldn't have fed Murphy so carelessly, but it happened. So the idea of releasing your energy and allowing yourself to let that go. Now, I know you're curious about tapping, and I'm glad that you are. I'm grateful that you belong to our community over on WhatsApp so that I can continue to teach you some methods to move on because you have so much potential. This is where people notice you in the world. See, there's figures back here. So there's people around you, Selena, they see you for who you are and they admire you. So when you look in the mirror, you may not admire yourself. You may feel that you're still stuck and things aren't moving, but the divine is saying, oh no, you are moving in just the right direction. You are allowing yourself to understand what it takes to be in a couple, and you're allowing yourself to learn about this divine feminine. So it might be a good idea for you, Midnight, is to go ahead and do a YouTube search on the divine feminine. I think you're going to find some support as you look out there and research a little bit. And then be sure to go to the description box. There is something called the Soulmate Generator. It's an easy system that I created to help you release yourself from the disappointments in the past. And it works like a charm. I use it myself. Okay. What a great reading. I'm so encouraged for you. Don't give up. You are exactly on the right track. And I think the most important part of this reading for you, my friend, is people are seeing you as more talented and as more available than you're seeing yourself. Okay, so working on your self concept is going to be a wonderful tool for you. All right, so let's move on, see who else wants a reading. And all you need to do is tell me something you love about your life. Excellent. Hi, Rosemary. I love nature. Pixis. Pixis Lynx. What a cool name. I love that. And uh-oh, Ping, you love a married man. Oh my. Okay, we can take a look at that. Illuminated Leo Light. Aw, thank you so much for being here. You're so kind. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's see here. Jessica. Yes. Oh my goodness. Jessica, be sure to take a look at this. If you email me, I'll invite you right into my community. And I do workshops and also I do tapping and I can teach you how to deal with that throat chakra. But meanwhile, if you just use the YouTube search and search for a meditation for the throat chakra, it's like it will help you. Okay. So let me go back and see where I'm at here. And we are at Pixis Links. Pixis, let's draw a card for you. Anybody who would like more than one card, like I just did for Selena, all you have to do is to hit the thanks or the super chat, and I'll be glad to do that. Oh my goodness, we have someone. Let me just see who this is. Illuminated Leo, wonderful. Love, love. Okay, perfect. We will, oops, how do I, okay, let me go back to my, okay, perfect. All right, so Pixis, let's take a look. And what is it? What is it? How can Pixis be falling into love? Now, remember, sometimes we think about love being romantic love, but sometimes the love is in your family. Sometimes it's a friend. You may have a friend you haven't talked to for a while and you don't know how to connect. And so let's take a look here for you, Pixis, when it comes to love. Okay, these are such beautiful readings today, you guys. Thank you so, so much for being here. Let's take a look. Okay, where's my pointer? Oh, first thing I'm noticing is that hand with that beautiful green heart. And it brings my attention to this heart up here that I have for you guys to look at today. When you're trying to find love, it's so important to realize that both people, you and your person, have been cracked by love. You have been damaged by love. Sometimes you're so damaged by the past, even your growing up years, that you can feel unlovable. But these beautiful crystal stars show us that we can still be beautiful in spite of our cracks. And the reality is, a true partnership is when you like someone even though they're flawed. When we like someone and it's supposed to last, the flaws are bearable. Everyone has a flaw. I'm a Scorpio. I can be as snarky and inconsiderate as anything, you guys. If something pushes me to the edge of my patience, I'm not a very nice person. And there's people on the planet who would say, yeah, she's right. But part of it is getting used to my dark side and being able to accept who I am with my flaws and everything. So for you, Pixis, I think that's where we're at. Pixis? Yes, with you loving nature, I really resonate with that. And so, what I'm seeing here is that there is something, you may have a call on your life, Pixis. I feel that the universe is calling you into a deeper knowledge of yourself as a sacred woman. You guys do know I teach about the fact that we're so connected to our inner being, right? This is, Abraham teaches spirituality this way, and I have come to embrace it. I have history as a born again Christian, history as a Catholic. I know a lot about different religions, but the way Abraham talks about this resonates deep in my being. And that is that most of Catherine is non-physical. Most of me and the part of me that serves with these readings is connected to the non-physical, the spirit, the soul, my connection to the divine. And this represents their little tiny human personality. Okay, Pixis? This part of us is the part that's scared, lonely, irritable, snarky. Whenever the darkest part of our personality comes out, it's because we are acting in our humanness and we're unaware that our divine self is right there at all times, waiting for us to turn around and come back home. Abraham teaches that the only reason that you feel lost and alone is because you forget. And I'm guilty of this. Trust me. Days will come where I forget that I have an inner being and I'll feel like I'm all by myself. And that's when I get scared. Okay. So, this card today, I feel not only for you, Pixis, but for all of us that are here today, the universe is calling us to find our sacred woman inside, very close to the divine feminine energy. I think you may be pushing too hard, you may be trying too hard to get what you want, when in actuality, there is a peace of mind that gratitude will grant you. All right. If you start to make a practice of gratitude, Pixis, every day, think of 5 to 10 things that you're grateful for right now. It's like the sacred in you will rise up. Also, This white buffalo's got my attention. I know there was a white buffalo born recently, I think here in the States. If you're not familiar with the stories and the promise of having a white buffalo be born, I highly suggest that you look that up. There's some kind of connection for you. Also, with these feathers, the angels are all over this reading, Pixis. I don't know what you've been through, but the angels are here encouraging you to dig in and really begin to understand your divine nature. Okay. In the resource box, there's something called the Worry Cure. And so I highly recommend you take a look at it. It will help you to detach from some of the memories that may be causing you some worry or fear. Okay, what a beautiful card. I'm so grateful today. This is the deck that we're using. It's a beautiful deck, isn't it? It just never disappoints. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Belinda Grace and Lori Banks, for putting this deck together and allowing us to be taught through it. So awesome. Okay, let's take a look. And we have Peng. Peng, you love a married man. Okay, so illuminated Leo light, you're next. But Peng, you know what? When you have a love that is a forbidden love, I have to tell you something about that. Forbidden love is very hot, isn't it? When you are in a forbidden love, there's a reason that it's hot. The brain, I'm going to get a little geeky on you, I apologize, but the brain chemistry of cheating is real. When you mix the cortisol and the adrenaline of fear with the chemistry of attraction like oxytocin and vasopressin, when those two chemicals, those two families of chemicals come together, the intimacy that you share is red hot. I'm feeling drawn to just lighting up the Palo Santo again. I really do, because when you choose to be in love with somebody who is already attached, it's dangerous. Knew one lady, she was 60 years old. She was dating a married guy, and she was defending it because he had kept promising he was going to divorce his wife, and they had an affair for 5 years. He never did divorce his wife. She was miserable. And you know what she told me? She told me that the first time she cheated, she was 18 years old. Okay. And she got so hooked on it that she cheated her whole life through. So that's a fiery flame. So we have to blow that out, and we have to really investigate. Is this man lying to you? Did he tell you he was going to divorce his wife? The handwriting is on the wall, and it's your life that you're spending, because the reality is, if he cheated once, he's going to cheat again. Because once the chemistry is not so hot, once the fear is gone, then the original chemistry of that connection fizzles out. Okay. I know that's not easy to hear, but it's something you need to hear from somebody. Probably your friends and loved ones have been wanting to tell you the truth, my dear Peng. So let's take a look here. What a perfect card for you, my dear friend Peng. My heart goes out to you. Look at all the green. Look at the green. Just love, 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 and love. All you wanted was love, Peng. It's all you wanted. And yet it opened a gate to a lot of fear and doubt, because you're a good person, Peng, and you don't want anybody to be hurt, even though when you're with your person, he tells you how terrible his wife is, right? And he tells how awful it is being with them, but they never leave them. And so they've sucked you into their world, which is behind that gate. Now take a look over here. Can you see that unicorn? See that unicorn back there, Peng? That is a symbol of what's missing in your life right now. Your childlike joy, your sense of adventure, your sense of fun, everything's like captured in out, you can't get to it. So the universe is calling you to separate yourself just for a minute. Just put that relationship on hold. Find a place where you can rest. Find a place where you can really sort out what it is you're wanting. Because if he's making promises to you that he's going to leave his wife, then I would say, how long have you been with him? Because I had that friend, 5 years of her life from that she wasted on a man who never intended to be with her. But he told her, as soon as my wife, as soon as I finish that marriage, I'm coming to you. But he was never telling the truth. So I believe that your guides, your angels, all of us here on this call supporting you, you don't have to quit forever right now, but give yourself a good 2 or 3 weeks with no contact with the person and just see what it is you really want. What would be your perfect relationship, right? And if you're not getting from this person, you need to find a garden that suits you. Now, in the description box, there's something called the Soulmate Generator. And if I were you, Peng, I would go use the Soulmate Generator. The directions are very clear, and let yourself be real. Let yourself dump the feelings, the heartbreak, and the pain that you have about this current relationship, okay? Because if he's not taking action and actually moving on from his current partner, you get to decide how much time you want to give them, okay? And Illuminated Leo Light, thank you so much for your support to my channel. It means the world to me. Honestly, I'm holding my hand on my heart right now. These times I wish we could have a real hug. So I love that you love being here with all of us, and it's just awesome that you step forward to I like the baby turtle. How do you dislike a video? Oh, it's real simple. There's a thumbs down. And I appreciate that. Honestly, I mean, it's a true tribute to be able to be honest about something that you don't like. And I'm open to that. I learn from feedback. So let's pull our card here for our darling illuminated Leo. Oopsie. And let's see what we have for you. This is a beautiful, beautiful message for my beautiful Leo. I'm just going to call you Leo. And now let me just ruffle up my baby tarot. Thank you so much. And let's see what cards want to come out to support this inner peace message for my dear illuminating Leo. Okay, so right away, what I'm seeing here before I even draw the baby tarot is all of this gold that is surrounding. And it just shows me that there's a great abundance that's right around the corner for you. Now, abundance can mean in finances or in relationships. Abundance is certainly true in nature. But first time I looked at this, I saw that it looked like a halo around her head. But now I'm seeing it like a donut, that there's a hole and that it's a portal and that she's ready to dive in. That's why I feel like there's something on the horizon for you, Leo, that is going to be a pretty cool change. So let's just allow a card or two. Here's a couple cards. They're very eager to jump out. So I love my baby tarot because it's so fruitful for me in these readings. What else do we have for Leo? What else? Oh, a whole bunch popped out, but there's too many. But I'm going to take this one. Okay. So the inner peace message connected with I am enough. I am enough. You are enough. Okay, so what's going on there? Because that looks like it's a kind of a battle, and you may be a person, Leo, who you do have a habit of taking care of others before you take care of yourself. I'm sensing. Well, let's just put these cards out here. Oops, we have the Hanged Man. Think I can put them, let me just slide this up, okay? So we can see them. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man, and we have the Two of Cups, which is wonderful to get in a love reading. And we have the Six of Cups. Oh, very nice. Okay, I already am getting a sense here of what's going on for you, Leo, okay? So the first thing that I'm seeing is that the match of the yellow. Okay, so see the abundance that's behind you. I feel like it's at your back and it's coming your way. And because look at this repetition and then all of this yellow. So it's definitely things going on here. That your energy is being stirred up, it's being enervated. And what's most interesting is the combination of this hanged man and this timeout. So I feel for you that part of you has been wanting a timeout, that you've been taking a timeout. You may be single for a while, or you may even be standing separate from some members in your family because you have to figure out who you are and what's important next. You are enough. We need, as humans, we need to remind ourselves of that every day because the demands of other humans on us makes us feel that we're not enough. And it's kind of accidental. I don't think it's on purpose where any loved one would stand and look you in the eye and say, look, you're not enough. No, but the way they treat us, the way they disregard the things that are important, the way we fall through the cracks and we don't feel supported by our loved ones is something that you're getting over. The first thing I'm aware of here is this closed suitcase, this closed briefcase or purse. This is the opposite energy of the abundance, which shows me that you have been having some cool things show up for you in your life, but it's just a trickle. It's coming through a little tiny portal, and so it can't get to you. This idea of creating inner peace, even if you have humans in your life who are demanding, that's what's going on. So, this energy shows me that a part of you has chosen a time out. You've chosen to wait just a cotton pick a minute. I want to understand what's been going on so that I can attract lasting, sustainable relationships. So, very cool stuff going on here. This red is the root chakra, which is the key in your family of origin. There are clues for you, my Leo, in your family of origin. In that group with your caregivers, there was a lot of restriction on speaking your truth. It was, you may have been raised in a family where they just said, look, you just do what I say, and it doesn't matter what you think. But that never worked for you. And you may have even gotten in hot water for quote unquote mouthing off. Okay. But undaunted, you are holding on to the desire to have a true partnership that works. What a lot of people don't realize is with this love, with this Two of Cups, that it's an equal relationship because each one of the figures are taking responsibility for their own well being. The only way to create a lasting situation is to be completely committed to the well being of the other person. If you are committed to their well being, you are going to make better choices. Sometimes it'll mean you have to speak up and say, look, that doesn't work for me. But notice this soft, soft blue that that character is wearing. This is just, you can speak in a whisper and make your point. And then over here, with this figure, there's a polka dot pattern, and that's always the tarot's reminder to keep things playful and fun, not too serious. Okay, and then look at our Leo energy right up there. Leo, I hope you'll write to me. I would love to know what's going on for you and come join my community. I would love to have you. But let's go to the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a card of reminiscing. It's a card of allowing yourself to look back to the past. Are there any clues to finding inner peace when it comes to your growing up years? Notice that we have the same coloration, red and blue. So I really feel in this rest of the month of September, because it's only just started, I think you're going to be finding countless clues that are going to help you feel like you truly are enough. This is a powerful time for you. It's a time for you to really acknowledge what works and what doesn't, and be willing to peel off the parts of your personality that simply are not serving you anymore. Dr. Joe Dispenza says we change our personal reality when we change our personality. Now, you can't change where you were born, you can't change your ethnicity, you can't change some of yourself, but what you can do, Leo, is be able to look at the shadowy sides of your personality, be honest about it, get them out of the closet, and make peace with it. Now, my piece of advice for you, there's a person online that I dearly love. He's the astrology guy, okay? Astrology guy. He teaches how to make peace with your darker side, and I love him so much. So he has a video that's called the do's and don'ts of dating a Leo. And I love it. First one I listened to with him was the do's and don'ts of dating a Scorpio. And when you listen to the positive parts about being your birth sign, it makes you feel very happy. And it makes you feel like, yes, he gets me. But then at the end of the video, he says, okay, these are the mistakes you never want to make with a Scorpio. And he points out that Scorpios aren't very nice when they're upset. None of us are at our best when we're upset. But if you do a little research on the darker side of your personality, especially with astrology guy, you're going to feel so much better about exactly where you are right now. Remember, if you feel stalled, that you're not getting what you're wanting, part of you put you into this situation. Nobody forced this hangman energy. A part of you has stopped you from getting full access to your abundance in relationships because it's so necessary to release some things so you can be a truly awesome partner. Okay. I hope that was a blessing to you. Thank you so very much for supporting my channel, supporting my work. I really appreciate it. And here is my email address. I would love to have you in my community. So if you're at all curious, just email me. Let me know what's going on with you, and I'll let you know how you can join. Ruthie, my dear friend, loves her mom, their mom. Let me see here. Oops. Oh, I froze. Can you all hear me? Oi. It's showing me a frozen screen, and so that's my signal. I'm going to go off now, and I'm so sorry that this is happening, but be blessed, go forth and prosper, and I will be back tomorrow in case you can hear me. Love you guys. Bye. Hang on a second, I just popped back on. Oh yeah, okay, I can stay for a little bit. I lost my video there for a second. If you had, I hope that I kept recording throughout Leo's reading, let me know. And I will, uh, I always get thrown a little bit when I have technical difficulties, you guys. I am just a little grandma in Tennessee after all. So Ruth B, loving your mom. I have time to do a few more readings. So that's what I will do until I need to go, okay? So Ruth B, when it comes to finding love again, what is it that you're needing to know? And, okay, great, wonderful. Okay, Rootvi. Wow. Now, see, on a love reading, this is exciting. And people are like, oh my gosh, does that mean I'm going to meet my soulmate? Well, it could. Let's take a look here. All right. So when it comes time to finding a soulmate, what I'm aware of, Rootvi, is look at the size of these wings on the butterflies. Okay. Look at the beautiful butterflies. Now, there is something going on with you, Root V, right now, where you are in a caterpillar stage. These remind me of cocoons that are opening up. And when you're in a cocoon, you're not ready to fly. All right. When I see this energy that's coming out of the cocoons and going into the butterflies, it shows me that you and your future soulmate are still developing your confidence. That it's an important time for you to slow down and pause and make sure that you are sure you're ready to stop being single. A lot of times when people struggle to find love, it's because the divine wants them to enjoy exactly where they are right now, to be grateful for where you are because you're not quite ready for a soulmate. I know that might be hard for you, Ruthie, to understand that, but remember, there's a reason that you're not attracting the love that you want right now. And so the card is clearly showing that as you get more confident in how to be a great partner, spend your time right now developing your own loving personality. What is it that you truly want in a partner? You're still building your dream, okay? So just realize that right now you need to continue to develop your own loving personality in order to get what it is that you're wanting. Okay. And now we have Sophia D, who loves their children. I love that. Oh, be beautiful, been without true love in over 12 years. Don't worry, Sophia D. That's just fine. I know what you are meaning, and you're right here. I got you, girl. I'll do your card next. So Sophia D loves her children. Oh, Joe Gray. Aw, thank you so much for the affirmation, you guys. Thank you for bringing your love to me. I'm so grateful for that. Then I've got something very noisy in my background. I hope it doesn't bother you all. Okay, so let's go forward and let's draw a card for Sophia D. And she loves her children. What is it you need to know about getting the love that you need, the love that you want? Okay, so Sophia D, it looks to me like there's a part of you that is so wanting to have a partner right now, huh? And that you're really feeling it, that it's just a sense of being alone. And you know what? I think that there's a part of you that thinks that if you have a person, life will be perfect. Okay. And I giggle because the problem is that no human could ever be enough to fill our hearts. Let me say that again. No human could be enough to fill our hearts. And some of you may say, well, why are you saying that, Catherine? Isn't that what a soulmate is? And I say, no, the soulmate you're looking for true fulfillment is the divine. When we develop a relationship with our inner being and we allow ourselves to believe that there is a part of you that is non physical, invisible, and that that part of you loves you so much. When when your personality gets lonely and afraid, it's because you just forgot or you're not aware of how important it is to connect to your inner being. So, Sophia D, what the universe wants for you is for you to build confidence in your inner being. Okay. Abraham Hicks on YouTube, they have so many teachings about the inner being because when you find connection with someone whose heart is in the right place, you will find that deep satisfaction. But remember, finding your connection with the divine will always bring you into a place of peace. Again, I'm seeing all this music. So, Sophia D, are you listening to enough music in your life? Chances are that when you allow more music into your life, you're going to lift your spirits. Okay. All right. My phone is just about out of juice, you guys, but I'm just going to go ahead and do readings until I run out of juice. Risa loves her life as a whole. I love that. Ujal is here, and Ujal, you love your work. Fantastic. So let's draw a card for. Um, I think oh yeah, I'm right on. Okay, so we'll draw a card for. You're welcome, Midnight Crow. Thank you so much for your support. Means a world to me, girl. And Risa, loves her life as a whole. What do you need to know to have more love flowing into your life? Oopsie. Oh, this is a very good card. So those of you who are still with me, thank you. There's no accident that you're here watching this particular card. Risa, thank you for being here so that I could draw it. Because a lot of us have been tied up in knots. Our ability to feel loved has been captured by what's called the distorted masculine. A distortion is a twist. A distortion is when something is not what we think it is. So there have been um, masculine, male figures, male energy in your life, Risa, who have just been, their mind has been very worried. You may have been raised by parents who had a lot of worry about the bank, about money, about you may be living in a country where there's a lot of turmoil, the heat of the sun. There's something that has twisted your feelings about what a divine masculine energy is supposed to be. This can create a hunger for people that are not good partners, where you just go from person to person and you never can find the kind of match that you're looking for. Something very important. So, what I suggest for you is do a YouTube search on the divine masculine. Okay. If you could listen to a couple of YouTubes about the divine masculine, you may start to clear this energy from some, I'm going to use the word damage, from some damage in the past, not only for you, but even for like your grandparents, where something about the role of the male energy in your family history was not supportive of creating a good, loving relationship. You may have been through a situation where people hurt you and that you're carrying almost like scar tissue on your heart. So I strongly recommend if you could go into the description box, there's something called the Soulmate Generator. It's a tool that I created for people just like you, Risa, to have a place where you can take your disappointments and you can create a new story. So do take a look at that, would you? I think it would really help. Thank you guys for being here. So much fun. This is the deck of cards I'm using today. And sometimes y'all are curious. True love readings. And mind you, it doesn't have to be a lover. It could be a family member or a friend. Ujal loves their work. I'm so glad. Wow, Joe Gray, I'm a widow after being with the same man for 35 years. God love you. I'm telling you, I can feel the loss, Joe. So I would love to do a card for you here. And perhaps you could relate to that last card. Ujal, let's take a look at what it is that about finding love, how to be in love, how to feel loved. Very interesting life purpose card. Okay, so Ujal, it shows me here that you do have a heart for humanity, that there's something in you, and I think even in your job, in your work, that you have a lot of pleasure connecting to your clients. You have a lot of, you know that you have impact on people. You've probably already had situations where you said something and a client or a customer was touched because you were able to say the right words at the right time. I feel like there is a call on your life, Ujjal. There's something about you that's going to have a big impact. Look at the globe behind the figure's head. And mind you, there is not, gender is not important here, it's the energy. In your case, as a single person looking for a partner, I believe that as you keep learning about how you can serve the planet, what is your life purpose? I feel like your partner and your closest friends are going to share a passion. And I think that you're going to know when that's happening. Right now, I have 12 people here and 12 thumbs up. So I think the number 1212 is important for you, Zhao. So definitely look up the spiritual meaning of 1212 and allow yourself to really discover what is that life purpose. I believe that is your gateway to new love. Okay? And now, Joe Gray, let's just draw a card for you. What is it, especially when being a widow is so difficult because there's so much pain involved with the loss of a partner. And the thing that even the idea that you could go on without your partner, I'm sure, is so difficult, especially with the children. So let's take a look here. Uh, I'm going to just be bold, Joe Gray, and I'm just going to say what it is that I'm feeling here. And so, if you would just put your hand on your heart, Joe Gray, and those of you who are still here, if you could just put hearts, just tap that little red heart. It's over to the right on the comment, and just flood my channel with hearts right now for our dear Joe Gray. I feel like this is the energy of your husband coming through. Okay. I feel that this beautiful, beautiful energy is coming through to just let you know how much you're loved. I look at, first of all, a riderless horse, right? There's no saddle on the horse. And I look at the purple garment completely. I've got goosebumps all over me. That even from the other side, especially from the other side, that your partner is showing up today just to tell you how loved you are. I also feel that they're just telling you that they're okay. They're bringing roses to you, these beautiful pink roses, and they really want for you to understand how free and how okay they are. Very at ease, willing to leave the life with you behind, willing to step into what's new for him on the other side. And then when I see this eagle up here and just the idea of freedom, let's take a breath. I believe that he wants for you to be free. And he wants for you to understand that you are stronger than you think you are, and that you have angels and guides all around you. So grateful that you just came into my energy this morning, Joe Gray, and that I am get to be here to let you know that your person wants you to know how much they love you on the other side. My eye is also drawn to this whatever this window. I'm just going to call it a window up here, and I'm seeing how orderly it is. It's not like a stained glass window in a church, but it's a it's showing me that coming forward to you is order, that it's been chaotic for you. This whole situation's been chaotic, but order is coming forward, and that pretty soon you're going to feel a sense of progress. This also reminds me of like a ladder, that there's steps to take. If you are not going to a grief group, I so strongly recommend it. I am a hospice volunteer, and as I've served over the last few years, I even went to a grief group when one of my hospice clients passed away because I just wanted to talk about it. Okay, so do take advantage. Maybe that's what that's about. Maybe that your loved one is giving you guidance to find somewhere where you can put your life back into order. There are grief groups that you can meet online, and that might be perfect for you. So right now I have 13 people watching and 13 thumbs up. So Joe Gray, do take a look at the spiritual meaning of 1313. I think it's going to be a very profound message for you. So you guys, my phone is on its way out, only 13% left. So I'm going to leave you at this point. Thank you for being here. My heart is so filled with joy at being able to create these messages for you. Come back and see me tomorrow. I will be picking a different theme. And those of you who want more information, how to work with me personally, anything you want, please email me. I will get back to you right away and let you know how you can step in closer and be part of my world. I just have nothing but the greatest love for you, my darlings, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.